Hi, I'm Taylor Dill, and I'm the PhD student with Battle for the Belt. And today we're here with Greg LaBarge. He is an Agronomic Systems specialist for Ohio State Extension. And we wanted to talk today about harvest. And so since this year, we're expecting a big corn harvest, but we're a little bit delayed, so moisture is high. What are your drying tips?
Yeah, I guess when we think about infield management, there's a study that we can rely on from Peter Thomason that was just published about 15 years ago. It relates to, he had really 3 sites, 3 years, 4 hybrids, and 4 different plant populations. And he did harvest in October, November, and December. And what he found was really the ideal of us losing a lot between up to mid-November was not very great, about 2% yield loss in relationship to drying down in the field. It was after November where we got the big losses. It was more around 11%. From a dry down standpoint, most of the dry down occurred up until November 15th. After November 15th, and that was 6% reduction in moisture up to that November 15th timeframe. After November 15th, then really no change in moisture. So the ideal of getting a lot of field drying after November 15th is probably not going to occur under our conditions. As far as those different hybrids, different years, basically the range of loss, and most of that, once again, happening in November, was somewhere between 5 and 24%. So different hybrids are going to react differently. What he found was really using that guidance that we have from the seed companies as far as stalk quality is a good place to go first. It all tied back into the stalk quality ratings on those different hybrids that he used. So we have some opportunities to let corn go later in the season, but I think all of us would agree that after November 15th, things just, all kinds of bad things can happen out in the field. A couple of other things just to keep in mind is when we think about 2023, we have dry weather, so drought conditions are one thing that you want to keep in mind. It's going to affect stalk quality. Second thing is, did you have any disease in your field? That's going to also reduce stalk quality and increase the possibility of field losses. Go out and do that pinch test on the bottom of the stalk, or lean these plants over about 30 degrees like that. As long as they stand, we're good. If we have about 10 to 15% that are falling over or lodging at that point, that's a field that we probably want to put up higher on the rotation to get harvested. The other thing is, think about with corn, ear position. Is it an upright ear, or has it fallen down that was shedding the water? Because one thing we want to think about is these ear rot diseases. This is diplodia that we're seeing. We're finding out in this particular field at about 5%. So it's one other thing that we need to keep in mind, is that how diseases are going to affect us as we move through the rest of the growing season.
Well, thank you for your time, Greg. One last question. Are you team corn or are you team soybeans?
I'm team corn.
Team corn, high five.